Good day, I bid to Mr. Fazli and all the audience. So today I am going to present about the past three oral presentation for TSLB3143 Fundamentals of Research in Education. So today we are going to look at the research that I've chosen. So the research that I choose is survey research. The title is Using Quizzes to Improve the Mastery of Past Simple Tense Amongst Year 4 ESL Pupils. So this is the table contents, which contain the introduction, focus of research, literature review, research objectives, and research questions. The participants of research, planning of research implementation. First of all, we are going to look at the introduction. So according to Sarah and Bridger, 2021, grammar shows the basic structure and rules for making words and sentences. Also, grammar has an important role in language components for forming words and constructing English sentences among ESL learners. So basically the Malaysian English teachers have to be progressive and adjust their pedagogical practice from the traditional approaches to a fun learning to better promote their pupils or the young learners to participate in the lesson. So this is very essential as the use of innovative tools such as quizzes, Kahoots, word wall has become more popular among the educators in 21st century teaching and learning process. So from the study, according to PR News Wire 2021, quizzes is currently used in over 120 countries and more than 80% of the US K-12 schools. So this research proposal will be focusing on the implementation of the quizzes to improve the mastery of past simple tense among Year 4 ESL pupils. So basically, we can say that Quizy is an innovative platform with presentations and gamified quizzes, which allows the young learners to learn or to study at their own pace. So next, we are going to look at the focus of research. So we are going to look at the effectiveness of using quizzes to improve the mastery of past simple tense among Year 4 ESL pupils. This will be analyzed to determine whether the online application, which is quizzes, implementation is successfully in helping the pupils to master the targeted grammar items such as past simple tense in this situation. To give an insight and knowledge into the use of quizzes as an effective online teaching learning tools in the teaching and learning process to create the incorporative fun elements in their lesson. And also to encourage the pupils to improve and understand the past simple tense concept by being able to use the past simple tense in the correct manner and situation. The pupils that had problems in understanding the past simple tense, and they always seems to be uninterested during the lesson. The implementation of the quizzes in introducing the grammar items seems feasible and relevant to solve this problem. So by using the quizzes to teach the past simple tense, there will be including videos, images, and even GIFs that can attract the pupils to focus more to learn the grammar. So using animated video presentation in teaching the pupils grammar by explaining the English grammar rules will be easier to attract the learners' attention, because when there is something new or something it moves, it will attract the pupils' eyes, as it is something abnormal or something that they can't see during the normal time. So next, we are going to look at the literature review. So the theories that related in this research are the Howard-Gardner theory and the gamified learning theory. First of all, we are going to look at the Howard-Gardner theory. So according to Howard-Gardner, 1983, developed a theory called multiple intelligences theory that proposed people possess all different kinds of intelligence, and this intelligence exists as unique combination within our brain. This can be said as quizzes contains words, pictures, GIFs, and videos to help the teachers or the user to explain the meaning of the concept of simple past tense, as well as assess the pupils. So this is considered as the visual spatial intelligences, where the user use moving pictures, which is the video or GIFs, and the pictures as well as the words in their teaching. Furthermore, the teacher will be elaborate and explain while using the quizzes, as they are tools that can help the user to create a slides. So when teacher use the slides to teach the pupils, it involves the verbal linguistic intelligences, whereby the teacher and the pupils will have the communication to learn. Next, we are proceeding to the gamified learning theory, where computer-based gamification, which help the learners with its advanced technology and is widely used in e-learning. So quizzes allow the user to use the quiz created and turn it into a game, as such we call game, where there are points, scores, and rewards. So each question that the participants or the pupils who answer the question correctly will earn points. And at the end of the game or the quiz, there will be a total score for all the correct answer the participant give, and then there will be a ranking among all the participants or all the pupils. And as for the rewards, there are like buffs that will be given for the pupils who have a streak of correct answer while they answering the questions. This buff will be a reward to help the pupils to earn more points. So gamification makes the learning process more interesting and fun, and it motivates the students to learn and participate in the learning process. So next, we are going to look at the research objectives and research question. So the research objective is to determine the use of quizzes and its implementation in primary ESL classroom to improve the pupils' ability in mastering past simple tense. Also, it determines the use of quizzes to motivate the primary ESL pupils to learn past simple tense. Now we look at the research question, which are: does quizzes help in improving the pupils' understanding of past simple tense? And how does quizzes help in increasing the pupils' motivation to learn past simple tense? Now we are going to look at the population of the research is approximate 12 pupils of Year 4 pupils in Ipoh Perak who are weak in mastering the past simple tense to investigate the use of quizzes in enhancing the pupils' mastery of grammar. So basically, the pupils chosen have low to average levels of proficiency in English. Generally, they are familiar with the use of quizzes while they are learning in the classroom. So lastly, we are going to look at the planning of research implementation. So first, we will look at the research steps. So first, step one, run the pre-test. All the participants will sit for the pre-test before the proper lesson is conducted using quizzes. So there are 15 questions that they need to answer by the participants, and their score will be collected. Step two, the implementation of the quizzes in teaching past simple tense. So the participants will be taught of the past simple tense using the quizzes, and there will be slides created using quizzes to introduce the topic to the participants. After completing the introduction, the participant will sit for the post-test and the result of the post-test will be collected. And lastly, they will answering the questionnaire. So after the participant has completed the post-test, they will also fill up the survey questionnaire with which is created using the Google form. Okay, next, we're going to look at the research procedure. So approximately 12 participants who are identified weak in mastery the past simple tense are needed to answer a survey on Google Form, which requires approximately 15 minutes to complete it. So there are 12 questions need to be answered by the participants. There will be two sections with 6 closed-ended questions in each section. The question items were classified and arranged according to a 5 point Likert scale where the pupils had to select the response given on their screen on each item. Then the scores of the survey will be collected. So next, we are going to look at the planning of the data analysis method. So the participants' data collected from the survey will be analyzed using the quantitative descriptive analysis to determine the degree of effectiveness of the use of quizzes to improve the mastery of past simple tense among the targeted participants. The instrument used in the study was the pupils' pre-test and post-test result as well as the survey questionnaire. So both of the pre-test and post-test using the similar multiple choice question, which is conducted via quizzes. So this is the sample question of the pre-test and post-test that I had created using quizzes. So this is one example. This is another example. So from the picture, you can see that there is a picture and GIFs. Actually, it is a GIF used to describe the verbs. And there is 3 or 4 choices, answer choice for the participants to choose. And next, we are going to look at the sample of the questionnaire. So this is an example of the section for the questionnaire. So there is 6 questions for the 6 questions for the section, and there is 5 skills, which are the strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. And these are the references. So thank you very much for your time to listen to my presentation.